Rich.
Thank you all. Good to see all of you in one room.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Barbican for Shaping Our Future.
When we've wanted to announce change or articulate a vision, leaders have pulled people together to get you together to talk about what we're doing, talk about the case for change, talk about what we want to build, where we want to go, the vision for the future.
Today we're going to hear about the next chapter of our evolution as a great company that we all will be very proud to work for.
And we're going to finish off with some awards for some of our associates.
This is about a celebration of our accomplishments together. It's no good if you come to work every day and you don't understand what that means to the future of this company, and it's important that all the associates of Willis all over the world appreciate and understand that. This is our fourth such occasion. We did this in Nashville, we did this in New York, we did this in Ipswich, and this is obviously a special occasion because this is the one place where we have most of our Willis people. This is where we have, from the beginning, celebrated our roots. The first chapter is basically the years 2001 to 2004. What happened in that chapter is the making of the modern Willis. We needed to build a culture. That's what the one flag shareholder value thing was all about. One flag works very well. That's why you wear the pins that you do. Hopefully you all do. You got your pins? Huh? I'm checking. How many memos were sent out today? How many memos? The end of 04, chapter 1 is over. But at the end of 04, our stock is 41.17 with a market cap of 6.7 billion. Now, for those of you who don't understand how these things work, that's an unusual leap. 1.6 billion, I'm going to say it again, to 6.7 billion. You got the distance between the two? It's a few billion. So that's the reason we look at the stock price, not only because the value of the company increases, because intrinsically that means your job is sustainable and you have the ability to come to work every day and grow. So when I talk about that, understand that it's not about Wall Street. We're not fixated on that. We're fixated on the health of the company. Next. The growth, did you get all that? Want me to do it again? You understand? That's why I don't understand when people say, well, what do I care about this stock? Give me a break. Chapter 2 is basically 1 year, and it had to do with 2005, as you see. 2005 is when all hell broke loose with regard to Spitzer, the change in regulation, FSA, a whole bunch of things. Adversity is a great thing. If you look at adversity and run from it, it's a riot. If you look at adversity and get ahead of it, it's a parade. If you ask anybody in the industry, who was the one that emerged smelling like a rose? It was Willis. I think that the reason we get the awards that we get and the reason that we have the publicity that we get, never negative, by the way, is because of all the things that we're courageous enough to do, which is why when people say to me, why do we do that, other people don't do it, the answer is they're average, and if you want to be above average, you got to be a little bit more courageous than other people. When we look at chapter 3, we dub that Shaping the Future, because now we got to take all this information and shape it and forge a future of our own. What it's about is asking ourselves the question, how is this company going to transform itself in the future? How is this company going to deliver value and give clients what they want? Because at the end of the day, that's what we have to do better than everybody else. Now I'm going to stop. I'm going to introduce Graham Millwater, who recently was made the Chief Operating Officer of this company. He's a fine young man. He's taller than me, but it doesn't matter.
If you'd gone back probably 2 years, you would have had a very British presentation from here. I am moving slightly. I am pointing slightly. And later on, you might even see a little jump. So give me a couple more years. Anyway, my role today is just to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing going forward. And what you've got actually is the raw material that we showed the Partners Council. But hopefully we'll get you a feeling of the fact there is a real direction behind what we're doing and some real thought behind what we're doing for this next phase. The key thing about this is when we say how we're going to really drive revenue growth and really drive profit in the future, it's going to need us to invest, and it's going to need us to actually throw our money behind certain areas. And for the next phase, we're going to be much more scientific about where we do that. So you'll see a theme throughout everything here is we believe key to us delivering value in each sector is our specialist knowledge. We can actually really differentiate ourselves in this by connecting our retail offices around the world with our specialist knowledge. And going back to the definition of specialist, that doesn't just mean global specialisms, it means our expertise wherever it resides in the world. The other important thing about this is not based on crazy revenue growth numbers. So we haven't sat there and said, look, we're going to grow by 20% and the expenses are going to go up by 15% and it's all going to be wonderful just as long as that revenue comes in. What we're actually saying is these are very realistic revenue growths, and if you go back and look at what we've achieved in the past 5 years, these are very, very realistic.
Over the last 5 years, if you'd given somebody £100, shareholders give us £100, Willis, at the end of that 5 years, would have given them back £300. People are pretty happy if you do that.
We've heard about the vision, we've heard the real things that are going on, we've heard about the programmes. It's going to impact all of us. Yeah, doing the same old thing, the same old way is actually quite boring, isn't it? You know, NBAS. Someone told me some time ago it stands for New Broking Accounting System, which was in 1970, we're going to have a new system.
The things that are driving this are all the things that Graham talked about. It's client profitability. It's shaping our future. It's the Willis Client Platform technology rollout in North America. It's Project Avanta in international, our efficiency review across the globe. It's client advocacy that Chris is driving. It's the sales process that Chris is driving. There's no one single thing that is the magic pill for these numbers. It's a collection of well thought through, well constructed projects right across Willis.
The reason the businesses have come together, UK and Ireland and international, is to support the next chapter, chapter 3. Sarah, more than anyone, has designed and built what international was in terms of the representation around the world. There are terrific opportunities. China, India, Middle East, former Eastern Bloc. There are economies which are growing at a terrific rate, and we need to grab those opportunities. We need to look forward. We need to find where to invest, what to invest, how to invest, what to pursue.
The synergy that's out there is unique to us. Our competitors don't have EB and PC working for the same company, working on the same P&L, working in the same building, being in offices beside each other. It doesn't exist. It is unique to Willis. In pockets, we take great advantage of that. Institutionally, we don't. We're going to ramp that up in a big way in 2007.
As many of you are aware, there is a collision going on between the capital markets and the reinsurance business. That will ultimately lead into the insurance business as well, and we as a group are preparing for that. And the single greatest advantage Willis Re has is that in my position, I can turn on our entire network with a phone call, worldwide network with a phone call, and never once have I ever anybody ever asked me, what's in it for me? The answer always is, how can I help?
We have revenues in excess of £200 million within the specialty groups. And significantly, as you saw from Joe's slides earlier on, the impact of contingent income was hurt us quite badly when we lost it, but we've now more than replaced that. And in the year to date, Q3, we had double-digit growth flowing through across the piece. Our retention rates have improved. We're now in excess of 90%. Very, very significant part of our effort has been put towards making sure that we retain the business we have so that we have a very firm platform to cross-sell and upsell more across the rest of our group of businesses.
The pilot business unit for Shaping Our Future in London is aerospace. We picked a software program. We're redesigning the processes. We are going to go live on this system in April, so it's just around the corner. It's been less than a year since the original contracts were signed to do this project. We expect some really good things in terms of how we're doing business going forward, in terms of efficiencies, quality of service, information.
We have done something, you have done something as a team that nobody has ever accomplished before. What I want you to do is leave here today feeling great about what you've done and feeling greater about what's possible. I said, but this company could be worth $30, $40, or $50 a share, and when I said it, people thought I was nuts. They thought my mother put something funny in a meatball. Well, I wasn't so nuts. If you're passionate about what you do and you surround yourself with passionate people, all going in the same direction, dreaming in the same direction, there's nothing that can stop you. I used to be a coach. I used to say to my players, if you find a team that really is good at what they do, but they have no passion, you can beat them. If you find a team that is not good, but has passion, you can beat them. But if you find a team that's good at what they do and has passion, you can't beat that team.
For 35 years service, Martin Vaughan.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your loyalty. I wouldn't have been able to give that speech if it weren't for people like you.
We are going to start with the very svelte Tom Bartley, 15 years. Go, go.
We'd also like to recognise 3 of our longest serving associates in London. Bob Martin with 42 years service. Michael Claydon with 44 years service. And Mike Kenyon with 44 years service.
This is a big deal. Somebody who was recently chosen by Business Insurance Magazine as a woman to watch. Our own Leslie Nyland.
We want to do exciting things. We want to do things that people recognize, and they want to. When they hear the word Willis, I don't want them to think about Willis. That's where you buy insurance. I want us to define what insurance is about. That's transformational. That's where we want to go. This is what this is all about. Look at the foundations we built there. What can we achieve now that we have done those things and the world now believes in us? I want to thank you. I want to congratulate you. You've all undergone a great deal. You have been great colleagues. You have been great contributors. You have been great supporters. You have what made 1 and 2. You who will make number 3. Thank you. God bless you, everybody.